Good evening, everybody. We are back yet again for Sofa Racing League. Tonight, from the famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, it is the B-Lobby Championship. My name is Sharp Wild. I am joined tonight by Major Spy 98.
Howdy.
Dope Randy YT.
How we doing?
And probably your dad.
Welcome to the broadcast.
Guys, we are back yet again for a B-Lobby Championship. The past two that we've done have been absolutely electric. How's everyone feeling tonight?
Feel like the atmosphere is pretty good for another electric finish, hopefully.
You really run the big track of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait.
These four guys have been working all season just for this moment right here. Let's see if they can put up for it.
Sounds awesome. Well, Major, do you think we should get in the first guest?
Before we have our first guest, but let's see who has the relaxed nerves tonight, because it's a big one. There's a bunch of new guys that have finally made the Final Four and B. It's a different cast of crew from the past seasons. Let's see who can capitalize on the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Well, we'll wait for our first driver to make an appearance, and it is the driver of the number 24 car, XX Jaden MCXX. Now, I will be covering Jaden tonight and just give a little bit of snippet to the crowd for his how his season went. He was the winningest driver in B-Lobby this season with 6 wins. He also led the league in laps led, so he is no stranger to the front of the pack. And it looks like Jaden has joined. Jaden, how we doing tonight?
Good luck.
Alrighty, well, how about we get you started off with the first question of this right here. So, I mean, how do you feel about your chances tonight? Looking at the chat, Jaden, it looks like you are muted. For everybody. Sounds like
sounds like you're muted.
Just share your voice, yeah.
In the party you have to go to your party settings and share your voice.
Yeah, no rush. Take your time. Let's see if the chat can hear you. I got him a second.
Looks like we got a good crowd. Hunty Wild, I'm glad he could join.
Kaywa Cornell.
Can someone in chat let us know if they can hear Jaden?
Delaware was not a fun state, by the way.
Wow.
Jaden, go ahead and speak for us.
Check 1, 2, 3.
It says nope.
Negative. I like that.
Well, I mean, Major, what do you suppose we do? But why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit about Jaden's season as we wait for him to share his voice here. So, anyway, we started off that he led the B-Lobby in wins and laps led. He had a very respectable 14 top 5s and 18 top 10s on the year. He led the league in poles with 5, and he also led everyone with 8 stage wins. So
yeah, he was absolutely pretty much the main guy in this season. After seeing the couple of B guys get promoted A, like Rockstar, Cotter, J Money, all those guys moved up, and he was the guy behind them and capitalized on the opportunity, and that's why he's here now.
All right, can chat able to hear him? It doesn't look like it.
All right, we're gonna ask Jade a question. We're gonna answer it for him after he says it to us. Is that fine? I think we can do that.
Yeah, I think we can get by with that.
All right, Randy, go ahead.
So, Jaden, so you've been the creme de la creme in B lobby this year. You said India's not particularly your best track, but does your confidence throughout the season allow you to change that, or you know? It is 50%, not the standard 25. So you know. I love it.
What Jaden said was he's hoping that the continued momentum throughout the season will carry him for a
You
good
just
run
continue
today.
momentum. Like he's consistently been the fastest and just settle in long race. Just do what you got to do, like all season.
Well, Jaden, sorry to kind of cut you off short, but we might as well kind of move on and everything. Good luck tonight, and we hope good things for you.
Good luck, man.
Yep.
And next on our list is going to be the man himself. I'm going to call him the veteran, the big dog, Marcus Johns, 23.
How you doing, Marcus?
Good. You guys?
Doing
Very
good.
Good, big
good.
fella.
Spectacular.
So, Marcus Johns, you are one of the senior guys here for B. Every time you've run in B, you have 3 starts in B. You're moving up the ladder. You have a top 5, but the big surprise is you have 2 top 5s in A group at this track. Since this is a preset race, do you feel confident with your choice for the duration of the whole thing?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. This is my favorite track in the circuit, pretty much. We're just looking to build that confidence going into the championship round.
How do you feel your experience will benefit you tonight, being that you've run in both B and A?
I see it's at 2 different races, pretty much. Like, we had tougher competition from A lobby and some tougher competition in B lobby too.
So do you feel you stack up pretty well tonight against your competition?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna overlook them. Like, yeah, I won't overlook them that much.
I know last season left a pretty bitter taste in your mouth getting 4th in the championship. Did that change how you approach this championship race tonight?
Well, yeah, it did. It did because of that flat tire last season. I hope that won't be the case for tonight. But we'll see how it goes from there.
All right, I know none of you guys that are racing tonight have yet to win a championship, but I know you're well stacked with the stats to go ahead and do it. Let's see if you can add another crown jewel in, and let's see if you can pull it off under championship circumstances.
All right, thank you.
But Marcus, is there any additional pressure on you? This is like your 3rd time in the championship round, and this is your home track. Would be a dream come true to win here, right?
Yes, that's the plan. I've been watching like highlights on YouTube on how to win at this place, so we see how it plays out from there.
And how much correlation does Pocono have heading into Indy since that was our latest race run of the final round of the round of 6?
I feel like I had like a top 3 place finish, but it wasn't enough. Props to Jaden for getting another win there. But hope that's not the issue tonight.
Marcus, you and Jaden have kind of been the top dogs in B Lobby this year. You were just shortly behind him with 4 wins, but you do have more top 5s and top 10s. Do you look at Jaden as the favorite, or do you kind of see yourself on even ground?
I would say basically all 4 are the favorite as of right now. But as we go along, I won't underestimate Jaden. He got a good season along his belt, but it's how, like I said, we see how it plays out. It may be a factor or not.
So, Marcus, we've seen in the past that Indianapolis Motor Speedway can be a race won and lost by strategy. I know I'm not expecting you to say your entire strat tonight, but how are you going to stay aggressive or play conservative and try to keep up with the changing background of the entire race tonight?
I just want to say, just avoid the big one and keep your foot in it. As always, like watch out for any mistakes I made on pit road and stuff.
Because one
hope we don't
mistake.
speed tonight. Yeah, hope we don't speed tonight.
No, soul, that would be terrible.
Yeah, and like I said, that last season still haunts me to this day.
You're hoping you don't do the DJ special, right?
Yeah. He's not here tonight. But hope I don't do that. I want to turn to a meme. So why not speeding?
Definitely. Well, Marcus, good luck tonight. We really appreciate you stopping by to fill us in.
All right.
If you guys believe in momentum, Marcus definitely has it going into this one.
All right, see you guys.
See you, Marcus.
See
Good
ya.
luck.
Good luck, big fella.
Up next, as we await his arrival, the Master of Light, formerly known as Duck King. Master, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Bit of pain, I'll admit, today. Oh, it's been one of those days, man, I'm telling you.
One of those days.
Yeah, dentist today, man, I'll tell you what.
Oh, the old dreaded Dennis. Did you get a
Did
good
not
report?
go well, I can tell you that.
Oh no, that you hate to hear that.
No.
Well, at the beginning of the season, I don't think many people would put you in where you're at today. But through hard work and determination, concentration, you're in the Final Four, big fella. You don't have the numbers like everyone else does, but you're here and you just have as good a chance as anybody. So, how you feeling tonight, and what are you looking to get done tonight?
Man, I feel good. It's just, I've had a lot of time to get on the practice this week, obviously. Just expect to be, right up there with these guys. I got a lot of strong competition. It has more wins, obviously, and I came in with none. I know that's a big oddball for a lot of people, but I expect to run well and just, not make a mistake. And obviously, I have a little bit here and there, but just gotta stay smooth and just gotta, stay relaxed and just gotta stay with it.
Yeah, you got to bring that lunch pail mentality, like I always say in the A lobby.
Absolutely.
Listen here, in your Heat 5 stats, it's not particularly that impressive. Like, last season starting 10th, no stage points, finishing P8. Season before that, starting P14, getting a grand total of 4 stage points and a P17. Obviously, the speed is there, but, like, how you gonna avoid trouble tonight and get up there and get that big old championship for you?
You just gotta stay aggressive. Like I said earlier, you gotta beat you can't beat yourself. You gotta, be smart, and you gotta be consistent. But also, you don't want to get the competition in your head. You gotta remember that all these guys are in the same position as you are, and you just gotta focus on yourself. You can't focus on your competition, on where they're gonna be and what mistakes they're gonna make. You gotta focus on your own.
Yeah, and so that kind of like a follow-up question. Do you feel like you're kind of playing with house money tonight? Because like in your last couple of seasons, you finished 8th in the points, really consistent. And I know you said earlier that the extra practice time seems like it's played a really good role for you. And so, yeah, do you feel any pressure tonight in comparison to Marcus or Jaden, or just how you like? Yeah.
Absolutely. Definitely the pressure is definitely there, especially with Marcus and Jalen winning as much as they have. There's definitely a ton of pressure with not winning yet. It's been 2 years. I will admit that it's just all about, just keeping a positive vibe and, just got to stay with it. You can't let that get to your head. You just got to do the best you can and just move forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Duck, Master, sorry. You had the second fewest playoff points entering into this playoff battle here, and yet you are in the Final Four. You really are the embodiment of the underdog. I mean, everyone wants to see you do well because you aren't the guy that has been up there just dominating all year, so... do you take that as like a kind of chip on your shoulder into tonight and be a little bit more aggressive to prove that you belong?
Absolutely. I always feel like I'm at a chip on my shoulder with everyone else. Not being as where I want to be. I haven't been performing as well as I want to over the past couple of years, and my stats, like Randy said, my stats have not been the best, but I've proved that hard work and really good work ethic, and just just staying positive and just never giving up, never quitting, and just being me, man. That's all I can say.
All right, Master of Light. Since you did enter with the second lowest playoff points, is that something that is this a race that you think that you should go into it attacking the strategy, or is this a race just any other race where you're just going in and looking to see what the competition does first?
Definitely more the strategy, really, because you never know what your competition's going to do with whatever they pit for strategy, whether it be 2 tires, whether it be no tires, whether it be 4. You always got to be on top of the strategy because you can never be behind. Because if you fall behind the strategy, your race is pretty much over. You're going to ruin your chances of getting that championship tonight, and that's what could cost you dearly.
That was one. Master, you're going with the Season 2 Randy strategy, going championship race to the dentist beforehand? Think that's gonna work?
I hope it works. Like I said, did not go well to the dentist today. I gotta do some stuff over the next week. I think if I could pull for Randy, and Randy's definitely one of my inspirations for sure. Win the championship, obviously, big idol. Of course, the rest of you as well win championships as well. Don't get me wrong, but if I could pull that Randy magic and that ready player, good old fashioned chair, then I can have that magic and just get it done tonight.
I mean, as long as you don't have any amnesia or 5 rags across your face and cheeks, I think you'll be Gucci in the club.
Nah, it's all good. Luckily the numbness wore off before I got on, luckily, so I could talk to y'all. I was worried about that.
Well, Master, it was really great talking to you. I'm not just throwing it out there. Randy did finish 3rd in that championship race, but you were also a lot farther ahead than he was at that time, so I could see good things coming from you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate it, and have a good broadcast, and God bless everybody tonight, boys.
Yeah! God bless you, too.
Good luck.
And for our final interview tonight, I believe he's already joined, but is Tomboy_93.
Alright, hey beautiful people, can you hear me?
We can, big fella.
Awesome.
Alright, Tom. So, this season, you have been very consistent. 1 win, 13 top 5s, and 18 top 10s. And you led the 3rd most laps in the series. You You just been a consistent name up front. Do you see that continuing tonight?
I definitely hope so. I mean, raise your hand if you thought I would be in the Final Four. I sure did coming into the season. It's been definitely a dream season for me. You know, I thought I was going to be maybe lucky to be top 9. So being top 4, I've already exceeded my expectations for the season. You know, championship would be cherry on top of the sundae, and I'm going to give it what I got, but I'm happy to be here.
Tom, do you would you consider coming in the last lap in your second? Would you consider moving somebody for the championship? Because we've been respectful so far, but we're now might gotta get a little dirty at the end of this thing.
We'll see. Nah, it's hard to say. You know, I've ran the whole season kind of managing my expectations, trying to be clean with people. You know, I like to think that that's kind of the reputation I've built. You know, if I can race him hard without hitting him, that's what I'd rather do. So.
Have you kind of looked at Marcus and Jaden as like the upper tier, and then you're like just on the fringe of it, or do you see yourself as equals with them?
You know, it's a hard question to answer. You know, definitely they've had more wins on the season than me or Master have. You know, we've basically, from the start, we were like the 400 cars, so, you know, some level of, we always kind of wanted to help each other out. We kind of always knew what was going on with the other person, practicing together and stuff like that. So, yeah, I feel like we all kind of know where we're at and how the other people race. Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's hard for me to have seen myself in the Final Four to begin with, so I definitely see the other guys as kind of like, definitely, you know, not to say like bigger threats, but like, I'm definitely the underdog in comparison, so.
So since you're one of the guys everyone's talking about for consistency, how do you go about for this one race flipping that consistency into going for bro for the win?
Honestly, I still kind of feel like playing consistency might work for me. You know, I feel like there's the championship race. You know, B-Lobby last season ended with 2 of the Final 4 cutting tires. So, you know, if strategy falls apart for other folks, or, you know, if they go a little bit too crazy with their setups, and I run for more of something smooth that will last me to the end, you know, that might still play out.
Well,
Who
Tom,
would you... Go ahead, Randy.
Well, Tom, yeah, you say that you were around like 9th or so entering the season, but doing the Summer Truck Series, you really you really impressed me, and you were consistently one of the faster fellas on the track, and it seems like you have carried it into this season. Did that success have anything to do with this season, and can you just elaborate on what that did for this season?
Well, first off, Randy, thank you for noticing. Definitely it was a huge confidence boost, you know. Yeah, some of the B-Lobby guys, you know, Marcus didn't race it. Some of the B-Lobby guys skip races here and there. I still made 3 A-mains against the strong B-Lobby guys and against the A-Lobby guys. I feel like I could have made even another 1 or 2. So, you know, it was just, I feel like the trucks are a little bit more not more interesting, but I feel like the way the presets work there kind of makes it a little bit more of a level playing field, and I think kind of going through that and realizing that I could compete was just kind of like, okay, like, here I am, it's working out. And then, you know, I came into this season and it's kind of continued to carry over. So, it was a confidence builder, and then, you know, into this season just continued to build from there.
Tom, before you go, we've been mostly focused on the 5-4 drivers. There's still a couple other drivers on the track. What driver outside of the championship 4 would be your toughest competition for the win?
Oh my god, everyone. This is a good chance for me to shout people out. I think T-Bone's going to be strong, and shout out to T-Bone for running this league, like, from the get, like, hooray. I think Purple's going to be strong. You know, I run with him and Fluff and Greg pretty consistently. Shout out to them. I think Fluff's going to be a huge competition. I think Greg found some speed here. I think it could be anyone's game. I mean, you never know, you know. there's guys that have surprised me in a couple races. Hate ran top 5 at Iowa. MBF won a pole. Like, anyone can just pop up and have a good week. So, I don't know. I think Fluff, Perp, they would probably fall into some of the biggest, like, potential non-playoff upsets. So...
Definitely. Well, Tom, I think we're getting ready to get on to qualifying invites here, so good luck tonight, and thank you for your time.
Yep, thank you guys for having me. I hope we can put on a good show for y'all.
Good luck, man.
Good luck.
Go get him.
Thanks.
All right, fellas, we are going to run some practice and everything, just so we can kind of talk to our lead guy here, Mr. Probably Your Dad. He can kind of tell us a little bit more about Indy as we get started here, going around the track.
Well, Indy's not exactly the easiest place to get around. It's a very, very flat track, abrasive surface, 2.5 miles. Hasn't had a repave in quite some time, and they do have a diamond ground surface, so all the more reasons you're going to need some tires every few laps here.
It seems like every time we go to Indy, there's always a huge difference in the field as to who takes what each stop. It feels like some guys just take the 4 just to make it through to stage 3, and then there's plenty of guys taking 2 just to stay up front. I mean, it gets really tough there at the end.
Yeah, with this track, a lot of the guys that are up front that already do have the track position will definitely try to sneak in 2 tires. Some guys in the back may try to do it to try to gain that track position, but if the stage is too long, definitely could come to hurt you here in the long run with only 2 tires. These are pretty long stages. You got 24 in the first, 22 in the second, and 28 to round out the final stage.
Also, let's not forget how difficult it is to get off pit road here, because you're going to have to use the access road, and it can get you a little tricky. For that last stage, you don't want to lose too much time going through there.
Yeah, that access road could definitely lose you a championship or win you one, depending on how you get through there.
And what do you say, Dad, the important turns to get off of is 4 and 2 for those long straightaways?
Yeah, the straightaways are so long here, you're definitely going to want to get off the corners, especially if you're just outside of the draft zone. It'll definitely help you get up to the guy behind you, suck up to him. Especially also if you're up front. If you get the better run off, it takes them a long time to be able to outrun you, even with the draft. So snaking down the straightaways and getting off the corners, especially turns 2 and 4 down those long straightaways, is definitely going to be an advantage here.
Good. Going into turn 1 is so scary with because you're generating so much speed and everyone's trying to jostle for position, and then it's kind of shaded, so you really don't see the entry to turn, and it's so easy to just miss it and completely ruin, I mean, almost your whole lap because of the lost momentum.
Yeah, honestly, the way the shading changes from 1 to 3 on entry, it almost makes it feel like it drives like a completely different corner on opposite ends of the track.
And
got any comments on the track?
I mean, y'all nailed it perfectly. The long, I kind of feel it like a super speedway in a way, except instead of the banking on it's really flat. I mean, I've always considered like a momentum track. Like you just have to nail the turns 1 and 3 to get the great runs down the back and the front straight. Like you said, the pit road exit, it's the longest in so far, I believe. And it could really mess you up, especially if you clip that grass. And what's the strategy going to be? 4 tires, 2 tires? Like,
I'd have to imagine it would be 4 unless someone else is getting really good lap times in.
Well, another fun part about the B lobby though is presets are still allowed. So everybody has a different mindset of how they like to drive a car. I mean, I traditionally like I like a tighter car that will be more stable over the long run. So, I mean, do you want to bank on the long run, or do you want to go for broke and make sure that you can get away out of the trouble before it even starts?
Honestly, again, I think getting off of turns 2 and 4 is going to be the big thing. If you're going to want to do that the whole run, so I think you definitely want to start off with a tight car here and progressively loosen it up as you go if you can handle it.
Well, guys, I think it's time to make our predictions. It's the toughest part of the show. You gotta pick one and disappoint the other 3.
I know it's tough because you like all of them.
All right,
Major,
let's lead it off.
Major, who you thinking?
Putting me on this hot seat. I'm not used to this. But going in tonight, I just have an itchy feeling that I think Tomboy's gonna pull it off. I think he's big, consistent. I think that's gonna be a key of it, and I think he's, like you said, he races everyone clean. I think the non-playoff driver is gonna definitely race him the cleanest out of the 4, and I think that'll be an advantage. I want to work with him, and we'll see how it goes.
Randy, what do you think of tonight, big fella?
Now I'm gonna make a hot take for y'all. I think it's the top 4 is gonna be the championship 4. Honestly, like these guys are coming in really good. Duck progressing his way. Tomboy, Marcus, Jaden, all of them fellas feeling really good about themselves. But I just got an itch. I just got a really good feeling that the third time's the charm for Big Marcus at his home track. He's been there and done that before. He's done really good at Indianapolis. Give me Marcus Johns tonight to get the job done.
I like your pick, Randy. Now, I was the only guy to pick Rockstar last year to win, so I gotta go back-to-back here with the correct prediction. And I kind of did a little preview of it right there, with the 9 car hitting the 11. I think Master of Light's gonna get done. He's going to use the chrome horn. I think he is the most comfortable with doing that, and he's gonna pass Marcus off of turn 4 for his first championship.
Honestly, I think Randy stole the words right out of my mouth. The only thing that Marcus has been thinking about since last championship race is the heartbreak. I think that's what's going to push him to get this one finally.
Wow, no one picked Jaden. Is there a reason why we didn't pick Jaden, or?
Hey, you can't root for the guy who's been dominating all year, can you?
I mean, I just think the lack of pressure, the inexperience. Marcus has been there, done that. Like, Jaden just hasn't done that yet.
I will say that Marcus has something over the other 3 that is crucial, is that he kind of has patience. He is not willing to put himself in a bad spot early to ruin himself in the end. So
yes,
that could be a big story. I mean, I asked Jaden a couple questions before we even started broadcasting. I asked him, I said, what's the scariest part about this race? And he said restarts. I mean, restarts here are menacing. So, and we all know that. It's so easy for someone to hit the apron and grass in turn 1 and then just take out the whole bottom line. So, I feel like Marcus would be the guy that would maybe back out of that and not put himself in harm's way.
Yeah, these restarts here definitely are big. If you're starting on the outside, you're a sitting duck and looking for some luck.
Yeah, it's an absolute menace to society. It makes qualifying even that more important. You have to get a good starting spot, or you're just at lady luck at that point.
Yeah. So, and Major, you kind of really pointed out to it before we even started, but how about let's demonstrate this time around here. We're going to make a pit stop, and you're going to explain what is so tough about getting off of pit road.
First, the toughest part is it's very, because you're going so quick down the straightaway, you get used to it. It is hard to see the line going down, and it's narrow. It is narrow, and you whiffed it big time. But you can see it gets a little wobbly trying to get down. It's look how narrow that pit road is. It's like 3 lanes narrow. Like, that's not good for most NASCAR tracks are a little bit wider than that. You gotta watch out for the barrels to the right. If you hit those, it's over.
I feel like
let's kiss that championship goodbye.
I feel like every time we race here, there's at least a huge pile up entering pit road.
And you kind of want to go by yourself. If you go down with a pack of cards, the more likely you are going to speed coming down pit road, and it makes it tougher for everyone involved.
Definitely. And shout out TG right here. Pulled a nice him, and we sped on pit road, boys. Got a penalty. That's how he's lost like 3 races this year. Just mention.
But he's not. But that's still not close to the Sofa League leader of pit road speed, is DJ Craze.
Salesman. But I mean, Major. I mean, walk us through this right here because this is tricky.
Like you get through the gears as well. Now you kind of want to aim lower coming into it, and then you want to go as far to the right generally, but to get a nice arc into this next turn, the access road in turn 2. But you don't want to push it too hard and get to the grass, and then there goes all speed. You want to avoid the grass as much as you can, and just get through the gears.
Yeah,
You don't want to get loose either.
Getting off a pit road here, going slower is definitely going faster. If you go
Yeah.
fast,
Yeah.
you get in the grass, you've lost 2 to 3 seconds, and you're praying that it's not the third stage so that you have a second chance, really.
And you also hope there's no one coming out with you, too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you're behind a car, you can't see where you're going.
That
No.
is true.
That's the toughness of it.
It's like, do you even want to take that risk? Just sacrifice it.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
They should be getting finished up with qualifying year. Has anyone heard anything?
I
They're
have
feeling
not.
qualifying. Who do you think's going to qualify the highest out of the 4?
Well, I mean, if you go back to last season, Marcus started the best out of these 4 and 6. So I don't know if all of them really qualify all that well. I think they're kind of guys that they work themselves up there over the long course of the run.
I'm having a feeling. I think Master's going to start at the highest.
He does. He has definitely surprised us in the past. Remember that pole in A Lobby in Bristol all those seasons ago?
Yeah, that's not. I don't like to talk about Bristol often.
I think qualifying's where Jaden can show his speed he's had all season. I think he'll be able to pull off the front row and
Yeah.
start the highest out of the playoff guys.
Also, it's kind of interesting that Tom has not raced with this B lobby at Indy in his career. I mean, you guys think that's going to play a huge factor?
No,
yeah.
I think that might be a good thing for him. What you don't know, and sometimes that's good.
But I mean, the lack of reps. It's like any sport we play. The lack of repetition. Like, you don't know. It's like the complete unknown. It's like one of those restarts. You don't know how they're going to drive, and like, I don't know.
It's gonna be tough. Yeah, Sharp uses the wall to get down pit road.
That might be a strat. I think they're
Hopefully no one spins out coming down pit road. It goes to, like, let's say someone's going down pit road and hooks a hard right into traffic. Oh, we might see a car in there.
That has definitely happened before.
Definitely has.
Well, it looks like invites should be getting out here, so
You guys feel the coolness in the air. It's finally wrapping up. It's time.
And
Let's see if they can give us an exciting finish like the last.
I can feel the anticipation coming in the Eel. We had a great race today, Oil, and now at the top of the main event. You love to see it. Let's go.
I mean, B Lobby. Major, you and I have been here for all these broadcasts for the B Lobby Championship, and they've kind of outdone A Lobby every time.
Yeah, because I think they don't work together. They have like a little more rivalries than we do. Really, a little bit too much nice and cute with each other. Sometimes you need a little rivalry. Sometimes in these games.
That's true.
All right.
You do need to kick in the Okisto, as they say sometimes.
You can feel it in the air.
You singing that Phil Collins special?
Sure. I don't really know who Phil Collins is, but I know he's a singer, but
You guys want to shout out anyone in the chat? I mean, Hunty seems to always be here, even I think he lives.
No,
lives
I don't
on
really
this.
want to shout out Hunty.
no.
Wow.
I really want to shout out the man, the myth, the legend, B. Lindley, mainly known as Up Front, former champion of the B Lobby. As we say, he's used to this pressure-packed situation,
He was in it just
And-
last year.
and now he gets to view it.
I bet the stress has gone from 1,000 down to 1.
100%.
Who do you guys think is gonna be the outside chance guy that's not a playoff?
All right, we got the starting grid for at least the front for front 3 rows, first 3 rows. Sorry, we got on pole Go Dogs. Starting second is the first of our final 4 is Marcus. We don't have third place, I don't believe, but we do have fourth is Cortas. I think I'm saying his name right. Fifth is Tomboy, and sixth is Jaden.
And then we have Duck back in the 11th position.
Starting in the back. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing.
All depends on how that strategy plays out.
And it looks like we are going to have 17 participants for this race today.
Yeah, I'd like to see old T-Bone. I'd like to see T-Bone get a dub tonight.
Look at that. First and second separated by
3 tenths.
I'm. Awesome. Feel like he listened to our analyst. We could join in.
And also, apparently the 95 of Courtois is lagging a little bit. I don't.
It makes it interesting.
Makes it a little interesting. People aren't going to really want to work with him.
Nope.
What makes it interesting is he starts outside row 2, so that can make a couple of people angry behind him.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
That is like.
Yeah, look at the fans in the stands.
Major, you were talking about.
Energized.
Major, you're talking about about these B lobby guys don't really work well with each other, and now we have a championship race where you need to work with someone.
Big time.
It looks like we're green. Oh,
the way at Indy. Oh,
and,
boogity boogity.
Yep, Doc already.
All right.
See, Go Dog's out in front. He's already got about a 3-car length lead over the pack.
Looks like Marcus.
Looks like Duck was involved in that iffy start in the back, but he's still going straight.
Yeah, Doug is about a second behind the full peg, but yeah, he's good. He's just fine,
Does this give him an advantage to kind of just feel his car out without any draft, make better adjustments?
You know, that's the hard part is you need to be able to have a car set up with the draft and without the draft.
Very true.
Yeah. It's better to know. It's better to know now in stage 1 than stage 3. Just go into it just completely unknown.
Also, Marcus started on the. Did Marcus start on the outside? I believe he did.
Yes, he started second.
P2,
and he was able to get down coming into turn 3. So that's pretty huge. And as you see, we have a train of the 3 of the 4 final 4 contestants, led by Marcus Johns.
That'll be interesting to see what. Is that Don? Oh, the OG Don is in second.
Look at that
We'll
guy.
see if he puts a good fight to these guys.
Remember,
He
I
is a
believe-
previous winner of the A lobby here.
Huge.
Way back when.
I almost won a championship in A, so way back when. So you can't count him out.
Oh, Marcus making the pass.
One of the things we haven't really.
Down there, he has the draft.
He does.
One of the things
Can
we
he
haven't
carry
really
that
touched
speed?
on is the side draft. Ooh,
He
Side draft's definitely going to play a factor later in the race. Once these guys start feeling the pressure and they start racing close, and we have a
He
good
made the
package,
pass.
Very clean
Marcus
by Marcus.
good passing done.
Put Marcus in P number 2 and that number 11.
There we go.
Marcus led the points coming into the playoffs. He
Why don't
definitely
we-
has a very strong car this season.
Let's go check on Duck. I mean, he's just outside the draft ahead of
Yeah,
him.
Doug, he did get around the 95 a lap ago, and he's just chilling right now. He's back in P8. He's slowly catching this pack, though. He seems like he's got a pretty fast Napa Chevrolet today. You love to see it.
I think he's lost a touch of the draft, though. He needs some side-by-side action and some drafting help behind him to get back up there, though.
Indeed,
And
indeed.
the Tom Boy's trying to make a pass on Dunn for third, and he's clear. Now, but Jaden also lost a spot. He is now in 6th. Ooh, Tom Boy got
Oh,
loose.
He got
my.
he got way out of shape coming down
Wow.
that back straight. Lost 3 spots right there. 3.
Jaden
Lucky to
take.
keep it.
I mean, wait, let's get back up to Marcus here. I mean, he's coming after Go Dogs.
He is hounding him for that lead. Wants to take
He is showing his
take control early.
I mean, Go Dogs shut the door there on him entering turn 4.
Tomboy also about to lose another position. He has the draft, though. He might be able to fend off the 47. But
Look at Marcus Johns to the lead. I mean,
Little Marcus Johns.
that is said it perfectly though. He's
Whoa,
like, you
and
need
Master of Flight into the wall. Does not lose a spot. I think that draft really, he gave it too much speed, but he's okay. He's okay.
Well, it looks like Tom Boy's kind of falling back right now.
Yeah, I
Tomboy
think
definitely
he
loses
is
spot.
struggling.
He's going to need some adjustments here pretty soon.
Oh, TG with the question: do y'all feel a
What?
championship driver? Ooh,
Doug
Master
he is not playing around today, up to P7, but man, that was using all of the track.
Oh, looks like the first guy pitting it will be Jaden.
Yep, Jaden.
I don't know. Let's see
Is
here.
this going to bring everyone down?
Strategy.
Maybe we
It's
can
really
keep it.
early for that. Really
Yeah.
early for that.
And back to what TG said, do y'all feel a championship driver will win this race or nah?
Well, so far, Marcus has proven that he definitely has the car to go ahead and do it.
I think so.
Let's see what Jaden's taking right here.
We'll try to count the time.
I feel like this has got to be a 2-tire stop.
Especially so early in the race.
Yeah, that feels about a 2-tire stop right there.
Sharp, now that Jaden came down, if you're Tomboy and if you're Duck, who does not have a good handling car right now,
Duck's coming down,
Duck's coming down this time.
and he looks like he did not speed. That's
Nope.
a good thing right
He
there.
almost got torn though. Whoever was behind
Yeah.
him, I think it was the 95.
He tried to
95.
probably try to wave that hand out the window as much as he could.
So this is the scary part if you're
Yeah.
Jaden. I mean, look at him. He is all by himself, and he has guys with draft just the straightaway down from him. So, I mean, he could lose a lot of time here, even though pitting early.
Yes, but also the fresh tires, and he's been able to make the adjustments on the car.
It looks like Duck might have taken 4 tires here.
No.
He took
I
two.
still
He
think
took
that's
two.
Took
two.
2. Took
He
2.
took 2. That was about an 8-second pit stop. 8 or
And,
9 seconds. We don't
we-
have that.
We got our update. Jaden took 2 tires in just a air adjustment. He said car feels good, and he's not worried about Marcus pulling away yet.
Well, Marcus and Tomboy continue to stay out. I guess they're sticking to their original strategy.
I was watching, and Jaden is ahead of the Master. I would say
Tomboy
about
up to
a
4.
2 to 3 second gap. I would say, but I think that was about what they were coming in down pit road.
Tomboy looked a little loose to start. He looks like he's starting to find it now. He is up to 4th, and he's driving away from the 12.
Definitely. And let's talk about the guy in 3rd place right now, looking on the inside of Go Dogs, Delgatro. I mean, he is flying.
He was the winner at the Bristol race in the round of 6. Ooh, this gets a little squirrely.
Oh, looks like we got Tomboy down. Tomboy is on pit road.
Yep, Tomboy did decide to finally come down, so that leaves just Marcus out there.
Marcus has looked really good, though. I mean, just super solid hitting his marks. Has not gotten squirrely at all.
And he could have gotten phased when he lost the spot on the race on the opening start of the race, but he drove up there, Pat got second back and got the lead, and looks pretty good out there.
I mean, are you getting worried though if you're him and everybody else is pitted except for you?
Nah, I wouldn't. I got the lead. That's all I care about.
Ooh, man.
And it looks like Tomboy.
Tomboy looks like he definitely did take 4 tires, I believe.
Okay. Report from the 88 camp. He took 4 tires and big adjustments into this car.
I mean, look at this. Marcus is looking to put him a lap down. That is Tomboy right there in front of him.
And Tomboy's going through the grass coming out.
Wow, that's huge.
And that's something we talked about.
Race, and that did let Marcus get out to about a 3/4 of a second lead here.
I mean, if you're Tomboy right now, are you trying to press to get that draft where you're right there, or
you got to take advantage of everything?
Well, he's in 4 tires. He's going to catch this group, I think, pretty quickly.
So it looks like Jaden.
Tacho going down pit road right in front of him.
Jaden and Duck are separated by about a half a straightaway.
Yeah, I've been watching these two. It's been really stable. The gap between these two is not really grown, not really shrunk either. They're just chilling right now, just clicking off laps.
I mean, Go Dogs is coming back on Marcus, though. I mean, that's what the draft does, but look, Tomboy's getting bigger back there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Marcus might, seeing this idiot come quick, might go down pit road.
Yeah, it looks like he is.
He is.
Yep, here we go.
Very smooth getting on. Very smooth.
Very clean.
Let's see. I mean, it's got to be 2 tires, right? You got to stay out in front of Jaden and Duck.
I think you have to. I think you have to take 2 here. He stretched it. I think he's setting himself up for 2 right here.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can get an eye on Jaden. I mean, Jaden's just entering turn 3, so I think Marcus is gonna pull this off. It's gonna cycle around to him still being the leader.
And there is also other cars coming out pit road. The 1 car, the 38, the 2, 32.
With it, I mean, that's the tough part, is you do not want to come out with a bunch of cars, or at least if you do, you want to be the first car.
Looks like 2 tires.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Marcus coming out now with Go Dogs.
And here comes Jaden and Duck.
I mean, Jaden can see him.
Line.
Oh, looks like he missed turn 1, though. He was out of the gas a long time.
Marcus is looking good, coming off.
And Duck has hit the wall. Or Master of Flight has hit the wall.
Here we go. But Jaden's going to have the draft, I think.
Yeah,
okay, he's definitely got the draft.
32. He is there, but can he get around that 32? Will the 32 put up a big fight to a championship driver?
I mean, that's the hard part, is that these guys that aren't in the championship for, they're still fighting for something.
They are. They absolutely have every right to race these championship drivers as hard as they can for the win.
I mean, yeah, they want the trophy too.
Go Dogs wants it just as bad as these 4.
Exactly.
Major, could we get an update on Tomboy? Everything, where is he at on the track right now?
He is coming through 1 right now. He's kind of like no man's land. He has Ready Player behind him, but he's still ahead of, say, at least half the pack, I would say, still. He's been running smooth. His car looks a lot more stable.
I mean, this is a heck of a battle right here. These 3 are on each other's bumpers.
Just noticed that on the backstretch, the 32 does not look like he's willing to make the move just yet for the lead. Do you think that? What do you think that's about?
I mean,
I don't think he wants to be a part of the battle too much.
well,
he may
I
just
mean,
be waiting.
just like we said that they're fighting for something, they also don't want to be that guy to ruin a championship force hope.
And we've seen that happen in the past.
Yeah, shout out Luke Riley, you turd.
But it all looking under the 32.
I was gonna say, kind of been watching the last couple of laps. It actually looks like the 24 has the best handling car of these three.
Oh,
it looks like the crossover move is happening.
Interesting.
Side
Look at
by side.
Marcus has given draft to both of these guys. So
Very smart. Keep them side by side if you can. That's just going to push them further back.
You can just see how much time they lost just battling through one turn.
Ooh. Master does not have a smooth turn 3, loses the 4th position to the 20.
Now, what the 24 really has to do here is just tuck in behind that 32. I think.
Looks like we got one person already left, Darkness King.
That's a rip.
Hate to
Shame.
Must have had some mechanical problem underneath the hood.
Yeah.
Marcus is just he's maintaining this gap even though they are drafting.
He does have the freshest tires. I think as it goes on, should play in his favor.
Him and Go Dogs pitted the same lap, did they not, or was that?
I think they pitted on the same
they
lap.
did, but I think Marcus didn't use as much as them as early as Goldo's because they were battling a little bit more.
Well,
Yeah, I've been noticing that Go Dogs has been running a defensive line on the 24. That could chew up some right front tire here.
Tomboy kind of sneaking up on Ready Player here.
As 24 looks underneath the 32, thinks second of it.
Marcus didn't fully get to the bottom. You see that 32 gained about 3 car lengths just through turn 1 right there. He's got to hope that he can get a good run here and they don't have the draft.
It kind of looks like he must because the 24 car is actually falling off the 32's rear bumper. That can happen when you have older tires and the draft starts happening. You can lose them real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, old tires versus new tires when you're packed up behind them just makes it that much more tighter.
Also, I don't know what preset Marcus was on, but Jaden did go with the preset 4.
Go Dogs is there. Does he take it? He doesn't. He pushes Marcus.
Anyone got a lap counter here for stage 1?
Kind of lost count.
Looking to the top is Go Dogs. They decide to all keep it single file.
Look at this. Oh my goodness.
It's
Looks
so
like
tight.
they pushed a little bit out of the turn.
Everybody's tied up off of 2 and 4.
You know, that 20 car's actually been eating into this gap too. Yeah. That's impressive.
Yeah, he passed Master like 3 laps ago. He has just left him in the dust, and he is fast, man.
Oh, look at the moves here.
Ooh, it kind of hit the curb a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he got out of the gas, and now basically he will not have a shot again until turn 3 to make a pass.
I think that's the preferred turn to make a feel that this place.
We got Go Dogs. Oh, waiting for the go. Wow, these guys are racing tight.
You wouldn't think it's the full stage.
I think these guys are kind of content right now.
Yeah, I think they might have noticed the 20 catching them, and they decided to work together here until the last few laps.
But if you think about it, if let's say just Jaden just passes Go Dogs, then he's on the outside in the restart, assuming their pit crew keeps him in that same position.
That is true.
That is a big strategy call right there. Now, it looks like it because it looked like he might have had a run on him coming out of 4, but he kind of just tucked back in.
I think when it comes down to the end of the stage, if there's a hole, they'll take it. But I don't think they're willing to make a hole right now.
Yeah, it's too early for that.
Big wiggle off of 1 for Marcus.
Oof.
Looks like the 24 got a little loose off of the corner there. I mean, it's...
Oh, Master of Flight! Sideways into the grass. Saves it, but man, he lost a lot of time. There goes the 47. Man, that
Let's
is...
just put Tomboy right on
Tomboy's
his
there.
bumper. Tomboy's battling for third in this championship fight now. And
Master
he
gets
has
it going again.
He does have 4 tires, so that might put him in a good spot to take third.
You can just see how tight that 9 car is coming out the turn.
Yeah, he has been a handful for the last several laps. Finally did it in coming off 1-2.
Top 3 still the same.
As we let's kind of get in on Jaden as he's maneuvering this draft here. And this is the hard part because you gotta run a perfect line, and hopefully you can get back up to that bumper.
It's interesting. The 22 car, Purple Palmetto, just pitted. I think he stretched it out the entire way of that run.
Meanwhile, Tomboy did get around Master of Flight. So...
See, this is tough right here because he's gonna have a chance to peek under him right here, entering 1. Ooh. It's such a tough decision to try to make.
Yeah, you don't want to lose the track position to the 11, but at the same time, you want to be the one that can make the move on the 11 on the last lap if you can.
Oh, looks like we got the 11 car loose, but Go Dogs gave him a break.
Yeah, that 20 car's still coming.
Yeah, he is fast.
It really, I've kind of noticed though, is Jaden is really driving it way deeper than anyone else is.
I think the 11 and 32 are starting to get a little looser than the 24. He might be starting to think about making a move now.
Well, boys, I feel like this might be the last lap stage.
I think it is. I mean, Jaden's kind of peeked to the outside, looking like he's set up for a crossover. Hasn't done anything with it. Bodie on pit road.
That 20 car is there now.
Mm-hmm.
Might be out of time though.
It's impressive.
So we're going.
You think the 24 could have been cooling his tires down, or you think that's about all that set has for him?
I think he's just kind of on the edge right now. I mean,
He was going pretty hard for that first half of that run.
I mean, look at the 20 car. The 20 car is there.
Yeah, he's got a decision to make, and he's
He's gonna go for it.
Clears the 24 off in a 3.
That's
Really
huge.
impressive.
I mean, if you're Jane right here, you gotta do everything in your power to get that back. You do
Yeah,
not
then
want
you're
to.
starting on the outside.
Exactly.
That's just automatic loss of spots right there, especially.
That car's struggling.
Yeah, definitely gonna need some adjustments for the long run.
Be interesting to know what the strategy was to 20. Could he done 4? I don't know.
Does he still have time to get this stage, do you think?
He's got to get that draft ace.
Master almost lost it again on the front stretch.
Go Dogs flirting with the wall off of 2 using every inch of the track.
Ready player hit the grass entering 1. Tomboy
Yes.
still trying to track him down and pass him.
And that's impressive. Tomboy was way behind these guys coming out of the pit, so he's made a sort of a nice recovery from that ill-handling race car early in the race.
Look at
Tomboy
Go
was-
Dogs.
Tomboy was the only one of the 4, I believe, that took 4 tires. And it
And
looks
that's
like
it for the
the
stage.
Well,
Yep.
Stage 1 is
Lucas
in the
Johns
books.
wins.
What did we
The
learn,
stage.
guys?
Wow,
We
I
learned
can't-
long runs are
Man.
very important.
Yeah.
So I mean, Jaden pitted about 7 laps before Marcus did, and it kind of really showed there at the end.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be pitting so early in these stages.
Yeah, I think stretching the fuel till at least you have about 2 to 4 laps to go is definitely going to be the move.
She had Jaden and Master both pitted early, and you could tell Master was wrecking loose. I got chills, man. I tell you, that was exciting.
Alright, we got some comment updates from some fellow drivers. Tom says, car feels alright, long run. Now I know how 4 feels for that late run. So he obviously knows how the preset 4 is treating him on the long run now. Also for Ready Player, he's in the top 5.
I mean, look at this. Marcus
Johns
is.
restarting 3rd.
Yep. I mean, this is tough right here.
It's like Greg and Purple to
With
like
that
pit
team.
away and stayed out.
Now, 22 laps in this stage, 22 laps.
Let's
If
go
you're
with the
Marcus,
overhead.
you want to get around these guys as fast as possible, but you can't put
Ooh.
yourself in a bad
Oh
spot.
my-
You can't
oh.
do it.
It's gonna be tight in turn 2.
Oh, they all
going up
wash
the
up.
track.
Marcus Johns to the lead, and he's clear.
Got 3 wide here with Dunn, Courtois, and T-Bone.
Looks like Tom might clear.
He will, he will.
He does.
Sometimes you just gotta clear yourself, Major.
Oh, Master sends T-Bone up the track.
Wide for second. Here comes that 20. He's been strong all day. He
Man,
has
that
the track
20 is on
position.
rails.
Whoa!
Contact! And Master goes 3 wide, gets the 2-for-1 special
Oh,
at Applebee's.
oh! I mean, that's why we said that Jaden did not want to start on the outside. I mean, look at him. He's lost about 6 spots.
He got bodied.
Jaden
Straight
is
up
the,
bodied.
is the 4th driver of the playoff drivers right now. You see the 88 and 9 right ahead of him, of Duck and Tomboy.
Yep.
The 3 of Greg did not hit that turn well.
Washing up the track. What's Tomboy gonna do?
Tom making
Oh.
it 3? Nope. He's
Nope.
tucked in
Nope.
behind already.
Playoff drivers are with him, though. They all go to the bottom, try to dispose of that 3 with the pit strategy.
Look how tight this is right here. As we go to overhead, Duck
Oh,
kind of missed it a
man.
little bit.
Washes up.
That's gonna
Oh.
hold up. That's gonna
He'll-
hold up Duck big time.
Whoa!
Oh!
Back down across the nose of Jaden.
Look at
Master's gonna have that run.
Master gonna. Is he gonna overpower this?
I
What
think
a
he
move.
will. He's got the draft now. Man,
What a
that's-
move!
That
And he's gonna
was,
get
man.
pushed to the inside. That was good of him holding his control.
Oh! Into the left rear. There goes the 3. Up into the
In the
fence.
Oh!
Almost into Jaden. They do make
Oh,
contact.
my.
95 for Curtis in the wall.
Oh, man.
Wow,
The
these guys.
intensity has picked up,
Oh,
boys.
Master in the wall.
That's
Yep.
going to allow the 24 to get to him. I think the 24 has to make the move. He does. He's
Yep.
to the inside of Master.
I mean, these
So
these
it-
two have
side
lost a
by
lot of
side.
ground here.
That's just dealing with all that traffic in the middle of this hornet's nest back here.
As Marcus is just chilling in the lead.
Tomboy's gun. Look at Tomboy up to 4th, though. He might have the draft of these front 3.
Ooh. Jaden on pit road, boys. Oh, we got a wreck! Huge wreck, but no playoff drivers, though. No playoff drivers, but huge wreck.
Jaden able to make it in before they.
Jaden was coming down pit road, and no one else got that signal.
I finally got my update from Jaden there. He was a little loose on the long run, but he said he made too many mistakes just trying to follow. That could be huge because, I mean, when you just try to follow, you almost put yourself in a worse spot than just trying to be aggressive and go for the pass.
Yeah, sometimes just following can put you in the wrong place. Somewhere where you're not used to being, somewhere where you don't want to be.
Especially if it throws you out of your rhythm.
I mean, if you're Tomboy right here, how disheartened are you that you're just kind of stuck in no man's land
Battle
yet
for the
again?
lead, the 20 to the top.
Master is on pit road, guys. Does not speed.
Tomboy's loving this, hoping he can get back up with these 3.
Go Dogs has kind of worked with Marcus this whole entire
Tomboy
race.
got a shove. Tomboy might be in the wall. He keeps it off of it.
I think Ready Player gave him the benefit of the doubt right there. I'm
Ready
assuming
Player
everyone's
was trying to
taking.
help him.
I'm assuming everyone's taking 2 tires here.
Tomboy looks like he's coming this time. He is signaling, and you might be thinking about making the pit stop now. You see Reddy get to the top of him and by.
With 20 car making a pass. Man, they are racing hard up front here.
That 20 wants it.
Master took 4 tires, and he is
Well,
off.
Doctor definitely wants it.
Looks like he's going for the
Here
pass.
comes Tomboy. Tomboy is pitting this time. Smooth on the pit road.
It's kind of crazy. The 32 has been pushing the 11 nonstop, but yet the 20 still makes the pass stick.
Oh! I haven't watched. Marcus washed up big time.
Now this is a tough part. I mean, if you're Master Light, you have to get behind Marcus here and get that draft.
Yep.
Especially on them 4 tires of his.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to actually want to pass Marcus.
Yes.
And we got back for the lead. Those two
Tomboy did take 2 tires.
Take 2.
They're like 2 peas in a pod up. They want, they short.
2 exclamation mark from Tom.
It's a very good comment from our buddy up front in the chat. He said that it was a smart move by Jaden pitting, got himself out of the hornet's nest.
Look at
Master! Oh my goodness!
Oh,
He
man.
sent it! He's...
Look at, I mean, we're too...
Tomboy.
Oh.
Tomboy comes out right behind the 24. Tomboy is right behind Jaden, and he has about a lap or 2.
2 by...
Oh
Look at the moves!
Oh my
Master's not messing around! 3 wide!
3 wide for the lead.
No! And he backs out of it.
Wow. Oh
my god!
Marcus has to lift for that. That 9 has the tires, and he wants to go.
I don't blame him, honestly. You have to get
He
out
has
there.
to. The longer you stay behind him, the more time you lose. He has to go. Smart by
But it's like,
Marcus.
I think I think he's pushing it too hard though right now.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta do what
definitely-
you gotta do.
He's just got to be smooth with it. He's got the fresher stuff.
I mean, if you're
Oh.
Marcus right now, what do you... Marcus has
gas.
kind of missed turn 1 to like past 3 laps here.
I think Marcus might have to pit.
Marcus might be on, might have a little too tight of a car now. From what I can tell, he started getting looser at the end of stage 1. I think he might have over tightened it a little bit too here.
Well, the hard part is definitely the car's not handling like it was in stage 1, but he also probably wants to pit with these front two. That way he has the draft.
Mesh doesn't hit turn 3 that well.
Update on Jaden and Tomboy, who both took 2 tires, I believe. Tomboy's about a second behind Jaden right now. So Jaden definitely gained a lot of time coming in early. Let's see if he can hold off for the whole long run.
Let's see how Tom does with the 2 tires. He didn't take 2 the first time, so this is his first time with it.
Man, I think you're right, Dad. Marcus's car is
Oh,
just
look
not
at that!
Oh,
Into
my God.
No, not into the grass, but man.
trying to emulate the Intimidator there to the pass in the grass. Whoa,
Oh, crossover maybe?
Jeez.
No. But
Wow,
new
that's
lead.
it.
We got to get up here for this battle.
New lead.
32 is looking back to the bottom of Delgatro. Go Dogs
Uh-oh.
behind them.
Dog's gonna have a
Delgatro
run.
shuts the door though. Heel comes
Look
Duck.
at him swerve.
They're snaking it down in the front straight.
Duck has a huge run. He stays
Go,
Oh,
Dogs!
I don't know how they're gonna turn.
Oh!
Advantage on the
And he
line.
made it stick! Look at this!
Look at the
Is he gonna
tire
complete that
advantage.
pass?
Oh, and Marcus!
He is!
Lap.
What a
Now
man!
Marcus is
Go
following.
Dogs! Contact with...
Now that is a championship-saving move right there.
Yes, so
Two
that
cars
was
on the top and one
huge.
corner.
And Marcus
You like-
also just got around good dogs in that deal.
Like Major said, those two were snaking down the front stretch. They had no entry.
They had absolute no turn at all. They had to slow down or they were gonna wash up. But they slowed down enough.
But I mean, notice this though. Oh, look at this, Marcus.
Here comes
Marcus
And,
on pit
First
road.
down.
oh my!
It's a
think he's
32
good.
behind him. Went bam into the wall.
I mean, that might hurt them though, because what if?
Oh, and Dunn is he got it. Okay.
Be interested to see where Jaden comes out in relation to them.
Me, Marcus.
I said just said them.
Yeah, Major.
Sorry. I'm very sorry.
You
Chad.
wanker.
Chat, there you go. Major fat moment.
It's looking
All
like
right.
2 tires for Marcus as well. Let's see how well he stayed
I mean-
out a lot longer than the 24.
I
and the 9.
mean-
Let's see where it puts him in relation.
Jaden's gonna get out in front of them.
I
Yeah,
think
Jaden's
so.
coming. Jaden's only about 5 car lengths back. Jaden is by.
Wow,
He
look
is
at
like
that.
this.
Minutes,
will stay ahead of
access
Tom.
road.
Now, can Tomboy get it? I don't think Tomboy's got a good handling car right now.
No, he did lose some time to the 24 since the pit stop.
All right. It's like a 4-car pack.
Now the question is, does the 24's tires hang on versus the 11 who just came off of pit road? Both on 2, but about a 7 to 9 lap difference it almost feels like in tires.
I mean, what Tom's got to be hoping though is that the 11 and 32 are just going to drag him up to that
Nope.
24. Is Jaden good? Jaden might come out with the lead here.
I think he will. That's the 20
Yeah.
coming off pit road
Oh!
right now.
Oh!
Oh!
Oh,
Saved it.
man.
He
That's-
did, but that's going to
that's-
cost him a lot of spots.
That's when your heart skips a beat.
If you're Marcus right there, you hear the gong, and the Undertaker starts playing.
I bet Jaden puckered up too. He saw the 20 coming right for his door going into turn 1 right there.
Yeah, Doug Altroll, he lost about 2 seconds on the group
He
of
lost a
Marcus.
lot of time.
He did.
Big run for Tomboy. He's going to tuck in line. They know they have to go get after that 24.
That 24 is getting bigger. This is why I love this overhead view. You really get to see how deep they're driving it in. Look at this big run.
I think Marcus has to settle in right here and just start not overdrive the corners and just trying to get that 24. He has the help.
I would say that the 11 should drive it more into the turn, and then the 32 gets more of a run and pushes them as much as they can down the straightaway.
I mean, if they really
Yeah.
are working in tandem here, like it's appeared, then yes.
And they're about to have the
Doug Altroll-
20 car help them too.
He just got around ready player in the 47. He is on rails, man.
Let's give a shout out to the dad himself, Reddy.
Reddy is
Got a
dad.
killer mustache.
He's a goat.
You know, it is his time of year that he loves spooky season. He
Ooh.
loves horror movies.
Man, they're washing
Ooh.
up right there.
Yeah, I think
More-
Marcus is starting to overdrive the corners. I think he's looking in the mirror at the thing.
And here comes that
Jaden
20.
washed up, and then he did as well.
And that 20 is right there. He's gonna
Oh
He's
my
gonna try to
goodness.
pass him.
Tomboy
He's gonna
just
get rid
said,
of him,
"Yep,
Tomboy."
You just take it." I mean, Tomboy is smart right here, though. If he can get
Oh,
the
look
draft,
at Delgado's making moves.
He can
Delgado-
follow.
He got 1 and 2. It's like
Look
he's
at
going
that.
to Applebee's.
the 88 drove in deep and made it stick.
And he's going to clear
very
Marcus.
tight right now.
Pressure's on for Marcus. He's in control now. He's not.
Yet again, it looks like the 32 and the 20 are the class of the field.
That 20 on the pressured tires. It might be a little too late to catch the 24, but if you're the 32, do you let
I
the
think
20 on
he
the
just tried.
pressured
I think he
tires
just
go?
tried 2 hold.
Looks like he tried to run up on the old Go Dogs machine. Guy must be some dirty Georgia fan or something.
Mm-hmm.
At least they're a winning program.
Unlike Miami. Shout out Luke Riley.
Yeah, poor Miami. Garbage cans. Ooh, Master, his core is ill handling, just falling back through the field.
I mean, look at this gap that they put on Tomboy and Marcus already. Already, player, look at him. He's just been in the old Hungry Jack. Makes me want some pancakes and some nice buttermilk syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Can't forget about the butter. Well, that's some questionable noises from our partner, but we'll forget about it.
You guys think the 20 and 32 is going to catch Jaden up there?
Oh, I think so. Depends on how many laps are. I guess I don't know.
I don't think so. That's too big of a gap.
Late.
Especially when the
Marcus
32
in the grass!
Contact!
Oh,
More
Marcus
contact!
in the wall!
Drama everywhere on this track. And also, we have to keep in mind who's staying out the latest right now, taking forward to jump everyone for that last restart. Would anyone do that?
I think if anyone would, I think it would be Redding the 47. He has been known to play some very interesting strats in the past.
You know, I think he already pitted, so.
Oh, well.
There might have been contact between the 88 and the 11 because the 88 on the front stretch pulled over and let the 11 car back go. Let him back by.
Well, if you think about it, he's now going to be in 5th place. Inside line.
That is true. It could be an IQ move.
Could. Especially in the later part of this second stage.
I mean, I have been impressed with Jaden's speed to be able to maintain this.
Yeah, with the oldest tires right now, it is very impressive how I don't think he's lost much time at all.
And especially how stage 1 went for him, especially towards the end. He has learned a lot. I'm really impressed with that young fella.
He's found something.
You know, Jaden's actually befriended Rockstar, last year's B Lobby champion. I mean, Rockstar definitely probably has given him some pointers over the season. I mean, might not be a lot of B guys that can say that.
Oh, Master of Flight almost just spun it.
Oh, man.
I mean, yeah, Rockstar.
I believe that was old Titty Ping deciding he was going to pit last second.
The OG himself.
Yep.
You know what's got to suck for Master Light, though, is that he took 4 tires and his car still just seems like it's not handling well.
He pitted a lap after Jaden, which I would imagine he would have taken 2. It's really questioning why he took 4 tires that early in the stage.
There's no more Delgatro. We're in the... Oh, we got around Go Dogs. That 20 car is coming.
He definitely has the fastest car in the field right now.
Mm-hmm.
Now the age of those tires are definitely starting to show for the 24. This 20 might be there in a 3.
Oh my goodness. Look at the ground made up.
Master of Flight is just all over. He loses another spot. And T-Bone is around in the 38 machine.
Jaden has missed that.
T-Bone is around, and he's all by himself. He gets it back going.
Tomboy's struggling right now.
Look at this big run the Delgatro's getting right here.
And Popo Palmetto is in the pits.
I mean, if you're Jaden right here, do you just let him by?
No, you don't want to be in that outside lane still, even starting a second.
Yeah,
But-
you have to put up a fight, but it looks like that 20, it's not going to be much of
Wow.
a fight. He just has such fresher tires than that 24 right now.
I mean, if he gets past, you gotta let Go Dogs get around you, right?
Yeah, you would have to think or try to cross over roof. I want to stay on that quarter. Ooh, still there.
Wow. I didn't think there was any way he would even be remotely side by
Right
side with him.
here.
Oh!
He's
Castro
good.
got on the apron.
He didn't even
held
pinch him either. I mean,
No.
that was good racing right there.
That was good sportsmanship from the 20. I think he definitely easily could have cleared the 24, but he lifted early for the corners, make sure he didn't.
I think you can also tell from that Delgado's loose going in because he didn't get the power down as quickly as you might think.
Oh, he shut the door and Go Dogs!
Here comes Go Dogs.
Ooh.
He slid. He's in the second. But can they get back to that 24? Lost 2 car lengths.
Oh, there's gonna be a big pole right here.
Especially
I
coming
mean,
to
look
the
at-
end of the stage.
Look at this
What do you
pole.
do if you're Delgatro? Do you let the 32 do the dirty work, or do you want second back now?
Oh, you want second back so you can get to the lead if you think you have the car. And
The
look
minute
at-
out.
Oh!
Ooh. Apron contact.
They save it.
Oh!
Whoa!
contact.
And again! And again! And again!
That's the end of the stage.
Oh,
Oh
man!
my goodness!
Keep an eye on Go Dogs and Delgatro for stage 3.
Now, how scary is that for Tomboy and Master and Marcus right now? Because right now those guys are slated to start in front of them.
Well, now it's going to come down to the pit crew.
You just gotta hope that they put their differences aside, and that was the end of it.
I mean, that looked like some good hold racing, Neil.
You gotta hope if
Oh
you're
no, that's a straightaway.
you gotta hope if you're Jaden, you do not
I mean,
get
the
a
di-
hunty stop.
But like the difference between second and third on a
No
restart
one
is
wants the hunt
is
to stop.
crucial. Master fell back to P10 on that run, guys. He is struggling bad.
Tomboy said he hated the 2 tires. And Reddy said, running great. Won't win, but having fun.
Hey, that's all that matters. As long
Here
as
we
you're
go.
having fun.
Oh, here we go.
Finals,
You know-
the money stage. Let's
Let's-
get it.
Let's watch from Marcus right here, see what he can do starting P4.
He's in a tough spot.
I mean, this could make or break him right
3
here.
wide already in the back of this pack. Duck passes 2 at 1 corner.
Marcus is gonna get to
Look
the
at
bottom.
Marcus and Go Dogs. Oh
Go
my!
Dogs is going for it. They're gonna be 3.
Oh,
20
Go
lifts,
Dogs.
32 lifts. Jaden's gonna have the point.
Oh, look at Tomboy.
They're still getting into it.
I think you
What
gotta
do
go
do with
high.
Marcus?
Get the, oh.
Oh,
Oh, that's aggressive.
look at this right here. I mean, Marcus in prime spot to gain spot, but oh, he hit the apron.
He's gonna let the 20 in. He has to.
But the problem, it's not that bad thing. He hit the apron, he gets the draft.
Jaden, all Jaden said, he said, car feels great. Time to finish strong. Oh, there's a stack up right here. Marcus stuck on the outside.
And that's allowed
This is
Duck
a
to
log
come back
jam.
into this fight.
It's gonna let Jaden get away though.
Oh, Marcus pinching a little bit.
Marcus
They're
is
all pitching in the wall.
Oh!
That's huge.
That is huge. Only 2 spots though.
Man, look at all that time. He's on. Ooh, contact between Master and the 95 and the 12.
If you're Marcus right here, you can't overdo
Oh,
it.
here goes Tomboy for 3rd.
With-
Ooh, Delgatro's loose.
oh, Marcus didn't want to fill
Clears
the
him.
hole. I mean, everyone
Got
is
a draft.
that 24 car is out there, and it's go time.
Oh,
I mean,
side drafting.
all of this battle and it's music to his ears right now.
Delgatro might have gotten to the back of Tomboy.
Look at that. Marcus making a pass. Oh! Reddy. Loose off the corner. Gives him the spot. See, Reddy's a good guy.
He is one of the best in the
Now, if you're
business.
Marcus, you have to hang on to that 88.
Master Light, he's really kind of... He's got to go for the Hail Mary.
I've been on him. He has been driving the wheels off this thing. He was up to P7. He got stuck in the outside, expected ninth now.
Wow, this is huge, guys. Look at this. Look at that gap in between Marcus and Tomboy.
I don't think he has him. He's catching him a little bit, but once they get to the straightaway, they do start pulling again. Marcus has to have a great 2 laps right here. Even if it eats up his tires, he has to hang on to those 3.
Ooh, Tomboy did not get in good, though. Very smooth by Marcus. He's got to get to that Look at this.
Tomboy didn't get a good entry. In the
Tomboy
wall!
on the wall.
All right, there you go.
That's gonna kill him.
Marcus is back in this.
He is.
Oh, they gonna enter side by side though. That's really gonna hurt him.
Side by side ahead, though. Marcus is clear.
Gotta go.
Especially those 25 laps coming to 24 laps to go.
And Jaden is loving this.
Oh, I mean, if you're Jane right now, here's Cloud9 because right now the nerves are not on you.
But they still are.
I mean, Major, you've won a championship. Randy, you've won one, and I've won one. It really kind of feels like as soon as that third stage starts, the heart starts pounding harder and harder. Each lap.
Duck into the fence, hold.
That's when it's stage 3. You know, it's like this is it. You can't mess up now.
Nope.
You're shaking. You know it's pumping.
It's really starting to look like for Master Light that it's
Jaden with a horrible turn 3. Could that let the 20 catch his draft?
Yeah, I think Ducks championship hopes are
I think
dumpster fire at the moment.
they're gonna need the old Hail Mary, as they say. He's getting passed by Reddy for P7.
What Marcus needs, he needs that 20 to catch the 24, and they start racing.
oh, and
20. Using every bit of racetrack. He might have the draft.
yeah, it's gonna be close. I mean, he is driving in harder
Well, you need
than
to
anyone
think
else.
about it. It's the 2 up there catching Jaden. Then it's a 3-car pack with Marcus, Tomboy, and Courtois.
If they play nice. If
Yeah.
they don't, Marcus
But I mean,
could be
sure.
right back.
But surely they have the big picture in sight. Well, Courtois is going around Tomboy, so
He looks quick.
he does. But you gotta think big picture here. Especially coming to 22 laps to go. That's not a lot of time around here.
So if you're Tomboy or Marcus, do you sacrifice pitting a couple laps early to hope you gain the track time back?
I mean,
Well,
Jaden,
what's the strategy? It's about 7 more laps from last stage. Is it 4 tire territory?
I
think
mean,
it has to be.
in stage 1 we were a little bit closer. We kind of split the difference between the 2 stages, and 2 tires at the end.
Pass.
If you pitted early, it was rough.
20
at the
clears to
end.
24.
Oh, Marcus gets ran up the track by Courtois. Contact is made in the end.
Movie Randy coming to 23 to go, 22.
We're going to be coming to 21, and Duck is now sideways into the grass. Man, that might have been the death nail. That might have been the death nail.
That would have been it, I think. I believe so, Randy.
He was trying way too hard, trying to gas. He was loose, gassed it up, and just shame.
And we have a pronunciation check for Major Spy 98 by TG Fat Clayton. It is Courtois.
Ain't Courtois.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
But see, like
There's
that
no way.
Like the Real Madrid goalkeeper was Courtois, and it has the exact same name. So
Yeah,
I've been
Courtois.
calling him Courtois, even though I know it's incorrect.
oh, he's on the apron though.
Tortoise. Oh
It's
my
the
goodness.
wall.
5 in the wall. That's going to allow these 2 playoff
Yep.
drivers back by.
Wow,
That's what
that-
we get for saying crap about his name.
Oh,
20 laps to go.
Road Dog goes around Jaden for second. I think Jaden knows he's not racing these guys right now. They're not.
You don't have to be the fastest guy right now. You just have
gotta
to
push.
Oh!
Ouch.
Oh, Marcus hit the
man.
Marcus
wall.
in the wall
Oh,
also.
Marcus just lost the draft.
Yeah.
And that might be the championship driving in front of him.
Oh man.
Oh, he washes up the track. Courtois does.
These guys can't battle here. They've got to stay with
No.
Tom.
Especially coming to 19 laps to go this
Oh,
time.
Jaden's
by.
coming down.
Jaden
Can they
is in
react
fifth.
to him coming down? They can react. Choose
That
not
might-
to.
Man, that's a little early though.
I feel like that is
No,
a
I think
little
that's in the window. It's in the
can
window,
make,
but
they can make it. But man, that's going to be one long run.
Jaden has been the earliest pitter out of the playoffs in all three stages. We'll see how that. I think he's gonna die
anyone-
by this strat.
Is anyone else anyone on him to see? Let's see if
yes,
we can,
I am.
let's get an idea of pit time here.
Yes, sir.
Courtois gets back underneath Marcus on the back stretch.
It's 4-tire stop.
Yes. Yep. It's gonna be a
4-tire.
four-tire stop for
Now,
Jaden.
if you're
Four
Marcus,
tires.
someone's got to go for it, right?
If they pit now, they won't know his strategy. That's the thing.
Oh, he just got loose.
You.
Marcus did.
All right. Now they should be able to see him. You would have to think so, right?
19 laps to go. I mean, that was a 15-7 stop. So, I mean, that was a really good 4-tire stop. And with the older tires right now, if you're going to pit, you got to do it now. Otherwise, you are stuck taking 4.
The stop for Jaden seemed a little bit slow, but he got off of the access road onto the backstretch beautifully.
I say Tomboy. Oh,
Tomboy
he's coming down.
signaling. What's Marcus going to do here? I mean, Marcus has got a lapper right underneath him, and
He's forced up high. That's going to kill it. He does a nice job.
I mean, it
You
doesn't
got
seem
pit
like
for
it.
2 at this point.
You have to for Marcus. I feel like both these guys got to.
All right, Tomboy's coming down.
All right, let's see if we can
Well
get
safe.
Let's get an
We'll
idea.
We'll see what he'll get. I'll count him down for us.
All right, we're gonna follow Jaden. Jaden is exiting turn 2 right now, and he is.
This is. You
wheeling
forget
it.
how long this straightaway is.
Marcus
Very
gets
long.
hit.
Oh,
Man, he
that,
can't be fooling around with these slap calls though.
Major, that is absolute pain. Driving that slow down that straightaway. And Jaden has been wheeling it. He's been using every inch of this track right here.
And Tomboy's taking 4.
Oh,
He got a 15-2 though.
that's pretty big. It's pretty big.
That would be a record in A.
Yeah.
Here we
Marcus
go.
on
I mean,
pit road, guys.
He's
He's
coming
out.
out now.
Especially since the 24. Yep, 24 is by.
Yeah.
Marcus is
mean,
now on pit road.
right
What's he
now-
gonna do?
Marcus is gonna do anything. He's gonna have to take 2.
He has to.
And Duck still stays out on the track.
Oh, if Tomboy could have got the draft for the 20.
16 laps to go. 16 laps.
We also had Rockstar join the chat. What's up, dude? Looks like Marcus is taking 4 tires.
Yeah.
Right now, this really looks like it's going to be...
It's all dependent on the Jaded doesn't make a mistake, honestly.
He's gonna be the leader.
I mean, even
Leader
the
of
time...
the Final Four. And he don't care if he's leader of the race, honestly.
He's got a 2-core gap between him and Tomboy. And Doug Master of Light is on pit road.
I think poor Master's chip hopes are dashed.
Yeah. Still, we gotta respect what he did throughout this season, the
It's
underdog.
true. It looks like... Does Tomboy have their draft?
He does.
If these three can hook up, and if the 24...
Oh, there goes down to Tony.
Oh! Oh! Was there a bang?
20's on pit road, guys.
I don't know.
I think there was a He got loose. And
I
that
didn't,
was
I didn't notice him signal unless he was still out there and hadn't come in and made his stop yet, but he looked like he was up to speed.
It feels kind of weird.
And that was a 15.5 on Master of Flight's pit stop. He took 4 tires, 1 can of gas.
Man! Why don't we get these pit times?
Still way behind.
Let's not tell Hunty these stops.
Nah, it doesn't really matter.
I mean, this race looks like it might handingly be in Jaden's favor unless somehow Tomboy...
Well, the 20's coming out right now.
I mean, there's a chance they could be together.
It's in third gear, middle, off of 1. Gets a
Wow.
nice arc going to turn 2 access. He is going to be behind the 24.
Wow, that's huge for Jaden, because now he's got drafting help. He's got guaranteed drafting help. You gotta be gutted if you're Tomboy.
But you can't give up, though. There's still 14 laps left. You still got time.
Kind of looking forward to maybe seeing the battle between the 32 and the 20, though.
Got pretty interesting coming to the line at the end of stage 2.
And I mean,
Yeah.
these guys I think are clearly
They're going to be
faster.
battling for the win.
Yeah, they're clearly faster. They've been the class of the field outside of pit strategy, so... Hunty has made his pick for the race. Go Dogs.
Gophers?
Golden Gophers?
All right, they got Jaden's draft already.
Yeah, I mean, this is the dangerous spot, though. If you're Jaden, do you just let these two by? You grab on that draft? Because if you start trying to block here, you could put yourself in a spot you do not want to be in.
Yeah, and especially if you're Jaden right now, you do not know how fast Tomboy is. So I think you would be better off to be quicker following.
Oh my-
It was hits the wall.
Oh my!
God.
The 20.
Close to the wall.
Man.
I don't think you can fit a piece of paper between that.
Nope.
Oh, Go Dogs try to dive it in.
Oh.
I mean, Tomboy nowhere in sight.
You gotta remember, this is gonna be the longest run for Jaden.
Oh, Marcus did get
First car
around
down.
Kucherov for 5th place.
Blocking. Is 32 gonna make a pass? Nope.
Ooh. I just have a feeling that if Jaden keeps racing with these guys, his tires are gonna be burnt at the end of this.
Yeah, 19 laps. That's a huge amount of time.
Oof. They side by side? Think so.
There you go. He smartly let him
Just
back.
give it up. Up, crossover.
Oh!
All
You got
over his
the vehicle in
ass.
front of him.
Oh, he's gonna. Oof.
Well, way to keep it professional, Major.
We consider that a slide job.
That's pretty close. I mean,
Dale
if
would
you-
approve.
I mean, Delgacho right now, he's ran I still go back to stage 1 and the fact that he was catching a tandem of 3 cars drafting nose to tail.
Where did he store that tonight?
Man, I can't remember. Give me 1 second on that. Nope.
I think it was like 6th or something like that. So he's driven up.
I mean, if Go Dogs wants to get to him, though, he's going to have to stop snaking with him on the straightaways and just stay up top and let Jaden push him.
Delgado started 7th.
10 laps to go, by the way, guys. Or, yeah, 10 laps to go.
I mean, right now, it looks like Jaden's car is really starting to fade in the middle of the corner, but I haven't seen him getting snappy loose yet.
And as long as he holds the draft of the 32,
Oh,
it's
my-
going to make it tough for that 88 to catch.
But man, he is not. He's not
might have
holding
lost.
it. Yeah, he's not
No.
holding it well.
He might have lost the draft. He might not be in it off of 2 anymore.
I don't think he is. This is interesting now. Oh, did he brush the wall a little bit?
A little touch on the right rear.
Sometimes that's all you need. I mean, there's still a sizable gap up there, but for Tomboy, this is the best thing you could have hoped for, is that eventually Jaden's car goes away.
Yep. You have the fresher tires. You just got to get about 2 seconds. I know it's a lot in 10 laps, but these have to be qualifying laps for the 88 from here on out.
Coulthard and Marcus have been killing each other back here.
This car is not looking good for Jaden right now. You got 9 to go, Randy?
Yep. Actually, 8 laps to go.
8 to go.
8 laps to go.
I mean, this is when you're full on starting to sweat, your heart rate's through the roof, and when you know you have the oldest tires on the track, oh, that can't be feeling good.
This is very reminiscent of Season 2 in Xfinity. How was the lead car Sharp was chasing me? We were matched in lap times, I felt like that entire time.
Looks like Jane got a little bit loose off of
loose.
4.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, the 88 car doesn't look like it's too far away.
It doesn't look, well, his car doesn't look loose or tight, but he's gaining. He's seeing that bright yellow car. Jaden's not hitting the bottom as well as you might. Oh, loose!
Oh, he got loose!
Oh, no.
Here
No.
he comes!
Cue up Jaws.
Then
7 laps to go.
Wow.
Now,
Marcus
I mean-
just needs. If something happens with these two, Marcus needs to be there to capitalize too.
Oh,
as I said, Marcus, Ready Player Coulthard, and Duck have all latched on together, and now they're 11 seconds behind, but you never know.
You can see how much Tombo drives it in, and it just is smooth.
Smooth as silk.
Look, he's
Oh,
loose again. He's
gee.
not.
Yeah, he's losing so much time in the middle of the corner. I mean, you're starting to see the black stripe now from Tomboy's rear camera.
I'd say if it was about 2.5 earlier, it's down to 1.5 now.
Look how well that 88 hooks that one line. Smooth.
I mean, we got 7 to go, 6 to go.
Yep,
to go.
6 laps to go.
Wow. I mean,
That
this
24 is a little high. Ooh, it looks a little squirrely.
88 had to lift off the corner there.
He is pushing it.
I mean, this is the scary part, though. If you're the 88, he's getting bigger, so you're gonna drive harder. Tires aren't gonna take
can't do it.
Oh, looks like he
Up
missed
the
it a little
hill.
bit.
But look
But
at the
oh,
24.
the
He's
24 got
loose.
loose. He got loose.
The 88 has to settle down and capitalize on every wiggle the 24 has.
There you go. See, that's there you go. That's
About,
smooth.
I say that lap was about even.
It's coming to 5 laps to go.
As Delgado still has a pretty sizable
Yeah, I
gap
think-
on good dogs.
There we go,
Up the hill
Major.
for the 24.
And loose off the corner again?
I think Tomboy's going to get, though, guys.
That 24 is tight in the center and it's snapping on him off. The longer we go, the worse
That's the-
that's going to get.
I mean, look at the lead that 20 car has.
That's the worst feeling as a driver when you're tight center loose off, because no matter how you change your driving style through the corner, it's always going to do that.
Tomboy wanted to wrap the bob, so it looked like he actually kind of coasted a little bit more. Oh, man. That middle line's so dangerous because you could really snap it. 4 to go.
.24 didn't really hit it well, neither did the 88.
No.
But he's still gaining.
But is it going to be enough, though?
All depends on how many more mistakes.
Oh, 88 lose! That might
Wow.
have been it. but he can't give up. He
looks
can't.
he looks smooth too.
Look at Jaden all the way down there.
I feel like these cars are about equal with each other right now as far as how they're driving. Pretty good corner for the 88.
Again, I say that's even.
Yeah, well,
Three
actually, I
laps to
actually
go.
say that the 24 actually gained a little bit.
Yeah, especially with that big moment out of turn 2.
It seems like the 88 gains the most time, though, in turn 1.
And Delgatro driving away from the field right now. Has about 2.5 to 3 seconds on Go Dogs.
Guy's fast. Just always sucks that you go dominate in a championship race when no one cares.
It's like Major in season 3. He
Well,
won
no
the
one cares
race, but
about
not
Major.
the championship.
Well. Coming to 2 to go. Oh, Tomboy in the wall.
Tomboy in the wall, that might be
Smacks the
it.
wall.
I think that's probably going to be it. I don't
Jaden's
know.
just got to keep the rear end of that car under
Oh!
him.
Oh! Go Dog! Spin it out!
Oh, with the last car, too!
Wow! Wow! Go Dogs
Oh.
and Popo Palmetto tangle.
Well, I bet Jaden pucker a little bit there.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I mean, Jaden, right now, he is only 5 turns away from his first championship.
Nope, you're staring down the white flag. He's got one more corner to keep the rear end under him, or one more lap to keep the
Yeah.
rear end under him.
We got one lap to go. Presuming like Credit One Bank. Hashtag cheap plug.
Shout out BJ's Travel Center.
Yeah, shout out BJ's Travel Center.
Sharp, you can taste it.
I mean, right now, you're scared.
You just gotta pretend it's another race, even though that's so difficult to do.
I mean, he's just nice and smooth. I never would have thought that the early pit strat was going to hold on, but Jaden just proved it all 3 stages here tonight, fellas. I mean, he put on a flawless strategy, call all race as he comes off turn 4. Impressive what he's done
crosses
tonight.
the finish line for the race win.
But more
But-
importantly,
Delgatro wins the race, and Jaden's going to
Jaden.
take home the championship.
Wow.
yep,
Attaboy.
Great job, Jaden. Wow. Tomboy gave it all the way throughout the end, though.
Tomboy finishing third. Looks like Marcus is going to get 4th, and Master of Flight P number 6.
Hey.
One of the fastest cars all season. He decided he was going to pit early every stage. He didn't fault from that.
There's the
He
seat.
stuck with it.
Oh, there's Victor on one stretch! Oh!
Oh my!
Oh, Robert the back.
It's never over till it's over.
Get that right.
Let's get their camera on our champ. Look at this guy. What a run. Flawless race.
Absolute smooth.
I mean, let's also go back and recap stage 2 though. Remember, Jaden started on the outside and lost about 7 spots. It was probably hanging around P10, P11. He was the first one to peel off like on lap 2. And
One of the early laps, yeah.
still went and won the stage.
Yeah. So you
Could've
gotta
been
stay on top of the
championship
strat.
winning move. If he would have gotten stuck in that pack, who knows what could have happened in the next couple of laps trying to get back through.
Just played it perfectly.
Alright. As I ran the 16 best lap of the race.
Oh, congrats.
Pretty proud of myself.
Yeah, there you go.
Good job, buddy.
Hey,
Just like always, right?
I mean, it tends to be that him and Luke and Randy are always back there fighting for 16th.
Man. B-Lobby never disappoints, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, really important update. Jaden actually had to save some fuel, and that's why Tomboy was able to catch.
Mm.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, I said that was a little early. I mean, 20 laps is a fuel run, and he pitted with about 20 laps to go.
Interesting to hear from him when we do how close it really was.
The championship driver is burning it down.
I mean, I would burn it down too after perfecting that strategy.
I mean, I won a championship, but it didn't really come down to strategy.
To me, I feel like that would be more satisfying than just straight up speed.
Well, no matter how you do it, as long as you get it done.
That is true.
Let's try to get our second championship finisher in here.
Yeah, he fought valiantly. He should be proud of what he did tonight.
Hello, everybody.
There's the champion.
There he is.
And I actually fixed my mic where everybody can hear me in the broadcast there. So, we're good on that.
There you go.
There you go. How about that?
Hell yeah. I'm speechless. I didn't expect to be there at all. I mean, Marcus, I thought had the best car all race long, and I thought Tom maybe had a shot there. Cause I was saving fuel left to right. I mean, I had to save fuel because I don't think I would have made it if I didn't save as much fuel as I did. But once I seen Tom hit the wall, I was like, I'm just gonna coast it, and I did just that and got the victory.
So, it was kind of... Didn't realize it during the last run there, but you actually had to conserve for some fuel. How close were you?
I was pretty close. When it was coming to 5 to go, as soon as I crossed the finish line, it'd go straight to 5. So I would have probably ran out of gas with about maybe coming off of turn 4 if I didn't save enough fuel like I did, but saved enough fuel and was able to get the championship.
Sharp mentioned in stage 2 at the beginning, I think that was the stage where you started on the outside and fell back a few positions, but just about immediately came down pit road. Was that planned, or because you fell back that far, was that just what you decided to do?
That was planned. I planned that and tried to just get early, and I did just that and was able to get out in front of everybody.
Now, how was your nerves within those last handful of laps? Because we've all been there. That you're gonna win the championship, you're gonna win the race, and you think something's gonna go wrong, and how did you control that into that beautiful race?
Well, I know I was leading the race, but I knew that, of course, Del Getro and Go Dogs didn't have to pass me. So I basically, once they got to my outside or inside, I just held L2 down and just let them go, and was able to, and just held my race and kept their draft.
Was there any doubts in the middle of stage 2 when you were falling back there that you could get involved in a big wreck and it would have thrown everything away?
Well, the wreck did happen between Go Dogs there in front of me with purple, and I was like, holy shit, I just held my line and made sure I didn't make a mistake, and I did just that.
Man, I bet you've had a pretty fantastic week watching your Kentucky Wildcats upset Florida. Now this championship,
yeah.
you're on cloud 10, not 9. You're on 10.
Hell yeah! And I want to give a big shout out to Rockstar. I mean, that guy has helped me a lot, and big shout out to him.
Well, congrats on the championship. Anything else you want to say?
Just want to, give a shout out there to Tom, Masher, and Marcus. They put up a good fight, and it was a great battle.
One more question for Jaden. Now that you won the championship for B, how do you like your chances of moving up to A for next season?
It's gonna be tough. Just gonna have to see what the road takes me and see what we can do.
All right, that's our champ, boys.
Right, thank you.
Enjoy
Thank
it.
you, guys.
Yep. Fantastic. Great job.
Yeah, great drive, man.
As we go from the highest of highs to the, I'm going to say the lowest of lows, but definitely a low of Tom. How you doing?
I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm feeling pretty low. I'm feeling pretty good.
Tomboy, you put up a great fight. What more did you need?
I needed to pit a lap sooner. I needed a better handling car. I needed Jaden to die. No, I mean, there was a lot there that was happening at the end. You know, I was listening on your guys' stream, and I was recording my own video, and I was super quiet the whole time through because I was focused on what you guys were saying. First off, great stream, great commentary the whole way through. That was awesome. I'm glad I could be a player in it. Yeah, the biggest thing, Jaden had a better strategy than I did. I feel like he had more solid adjustments. I think I heard he ran a preset 4 and I ran a preset 3. I think that probably gave him a little bit more just general speed than I had. I think I had a little bit better handling. I don't know what he was saying about saving fuel. I think I was just catching him. And then, yeah, that crash with Go Dogs and Purple at the end, I was so focused on Jade and so focused on that interval, I didn't even realize they crashed until I was passing them. So that's just an indication of what my last 10 laps were like.
Is there any way to describe those last 10 laps? Because you generally zoned in, nothing else is focused.
I was about as focused as I've ever been. And it's funny, too, because I came into this race, I wouldn't say low expectations. Well, I kind of expected to be the 3rd or 4th place runner out of the group, and, you know, I was pretty low stress, and then the last 10 laps happened, and I'm catching Jade, and it's like, now I'm stressed. So, I gave it all I could. I'm so proud of Jaden. You know, he's one of my good buddies in this league. You know, when he set up his own separate thing, I ran over and joined him with that. He's been probably, you know, one of the guys that I've worked the most with through here. So, if I'm gonna lose, I'm not happy, but I'm glad to lose to Jaden.
So coming in hoping to be top 10 at points, you come out second.
Who
I'd say that's a pretty good season.
Yeah, I think that's pretty big. You know, the other thing, too, I noticed they give awards during the season, and I've been paying attention to what I might get. I think I'll get most improved from last season because I was 16th in season 11 plus 14. Whoa. And then second place finishes. I didn't place second in the race tonight, but I think I had 5 across the season. I think it gets me the Bridesmaid Award. And when you know it, Championship Bridesmaid. That's a good bridesmaid to get.
Well, if you're plus 14 improvement from 16 to 2 in the points, what's your expectations looking like for next year? I know we got the new game coming in, and we're still working on some things, but how are you feeling going into next year?
I'll keep my expectations at top 9. You know, I think there's going to be a lot of guys who are going to be competitive next year. Obviously, it's a new game, but, you know, I'm in grad school right now. I'm still working. You know, it's hard to say how much practice I'm going to be able to get week to week. I'm sure Purple and T-Bone and Fluff and all them are going to come back strong. You know, who knows who's going to bounce back down from A-Lobby or who's going to be new. I'm sure Delgatro is going to run the full season, and he kicks butt. You know, if Go Dogs comes back, Wolfgang, you know, he was stellar the whole season. You know, if any of the guys who bumped from B to A bump back down, you know, imagine what that will do to the league. So, Yeah, I think this is probably my best chance in the immediate future. I think I capitalized on it. Yeah.
Well, if your expectations were top 10 this season, you got second, and they're top 9 next season. I like your chances for winning it.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. And then, just real quick, I gotta give shout-outs to a couple guys. You know, I got raced really clean the whole way through. Big thank you to Reddy. You know, he gave me a lot of slack there at the end of Stage 2 when I was dying. Shout out to Dunn in qualifying. You know, I was able to get a great draft off of him. You know, I think I already had like a 51.6 or whatever I did, but I ended up running like the same speed behind him. You know, the guys were really respectful, I feel like, at the championship group, and that makes a huge difference, and I'm sure all of us can say that we really appreciated it.
Alright. It was, hopefully next time you be the one holding up the trophy.
Imagine that.
Alright, we're gonna let you go, Tom, and hopefully better luck next season.
All right, thank you
One
guys so
more
much for everything. Thanks so much for everything you did.
Yeah,
Great
hell of a lot.
time.
Yeah. Great drive. Don't hold your head down, big fella.
Oh, my head's up.
Now we have our race winner, Delgato. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Super. That was an exciting race.
Yeah.
Can you give us your perspective of not being a championship driver in a championship race?
Yeah, it was kind of tough just because you don't want to get into any of them. Yeah, I wanted to go out there and win. My main goal really was to try to win the most laps led. So I was trying to fight for that. But other than that, I tried to stay off of them and not be too dumb.
How does it feel to be a couple-time winner in the B lobby?
Pretty good. Yeah, I wish I had more, man. I definitely felt like I could have won a couple more, but next season will be a pretty good sign for some good things, and hopefully we can be in the championship for next season.
It seemed like from pretty early on that you definitely had the car on rails, or if not at least top 2. Does that kind of change your look on racing the championship guys for this, and knowing that you have to go capitalize on getting this win with that fast of a car?
Yeah. Yeah, I knew I had a good car, and I felt like that kind of helped me in a way to where I don't need to be as aggressive. I can do different things with my car that would help me stay off of them. You know, I think I banged some fenders with Jaden there a little bit, especially late. But I was trying everything I could to stay off, and luckily he was able to just back off too and be smart. Which I was wondering if he was just going to back off and kind of just let me go and just try to hold on to his spot in the championship battle.
Now, speaking of beating and banging, what was that battle like with Go Dogs all throughout the race? It reminded us of some Ricky Craven, Kurt Busch fights from Darlington in 2003. That looked fun.
Oh yeah. Honestly, there was at times with him I was getting a little irritated, but no, it was good hard racing, especially coming to the line of stage 2. I was trying to door bang him a little bit, not too aggressive. And then he came back and just slammed me really hard, and it kind of irritated me because like I lost so much momentum. It pissed me off, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna jab you back, and I jabbed him back pretty good, but he beat me back to the line.
Well, you got the checkered flag. That's all that matters, ain't it?
Yeah, it was a fun battle though. I loved racing with him. That was fun.
All right. It's been a pleasure having you, and congrats on the win again.
Thank you, and thank you guys for letting me race this season. It was fun.
It was a pleasure having you, man.
It was. Fantastic drive.
And good luck for next season.
All right, thank you. You too as well.
All right. Waiting on our third championship finish of Marcus to join in.
Tell you
Where
what.
do you guys think the downfall was Marcus in this race?
Well, I think that he just didn't adjust. We can ask him.
Welcome, Marcus.
Hello.
What happened to you, man? You looked dominant stage 1, start fall off stage 2, and then stage 3 completely went off the cliff.
We did my stage 1. I gotta give credit to like for the pushing of Go Dogs, and Mayor was my spotter, helping me out. Stage 2, I did the same strat as stage 1, took 2 tires. And then stage 3, I was in the way with Tom and Expert throughout the race. This explains my stage right there.
But is there anything you wish you could have done differently, or?
I wish we got past the Expert faster. Or so we passed him right there. We could compete with Jaden and Tom. Because I know, at first I thought Jaden can't make it because he hit a lap 61 or so. I heard he said he was saving.
Yep.
But to my head, I thought he said he can't make it. So.
In stage 3, when you guys just started and you were still all bunched up, what do you think it was the biggest hindrance and what cost you the most time here tonight?
I would say some people who didn't pit, like that translated to stage 3, like in stage 1 or so. I didn't know Greg and Purple pitted on at the end of stage 1. That ruined my momentum. I thought they was gonna do it again.
Now in stage 3, Marcus, you were fighting an uphill battle. You were doing all you can. And then you and Courtois, I swear you two were beating and banging on each other for like 20 laps straight. What was that like?
I was surprised by that. To say at the very least. I thought he was gonna let me by, because I know before we did qualifying, I got a notification that he was lagging. I thought he was gonna lag again.
Yeah, because she was within about 2 seconds of Tomboy when the run started, and then once Courtois saw you, and he beat and banged with you, and then Ready playing Master of Light during the party, you can even see him anymore. I bet it was really frustrating for you.
It was. I was can't get away from every time I pass him. We had a good battle and everything. I thought I should just found a few more laps, and I don't have to worry about him.
Well, this is the third time now that you've been in this spot. Third time will not be the charm. How do you bounce back?
I regroup and think about what I've done better. Look at the Jaden's video or T-Bone's video, from my point of view, and see what I need to improve on. At least my tire didn't pop. I say that.
That's true.
And I had the fast race, so it is what it is. Congrats to Jaden on the win jump shooter.
Yep. Hopefully next season ends up better finish for you, Marcus.
Yeah. We hope so.
Hey, man, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, to
Master.
fourth finish in the championship is Master, man. How you doing, man?
Man, I am pissed. I am extremely pissed.
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Go ahead, Randy.
No, I was gonna ask what Dad said.
Where did the frustration started?
Well, just the car. I don't know what went wrong. This is so tight off the corner. I just couldn't. I couldn't do anything. I just couldn't turn, and then hit the wall a couple of times. I just was not up there with the rest of them. They were just so much faster than me. I just I got cheap blocked by the 3 car, so I want to thank him for the cheap block. I'm tired of that, so I'm not happy with him about that. And I think stage 2, whatever it was. It's just I don't understand. He clearly didn't understand why I was racing for, so he gets the virtual middle finger for him tonight.
Well, let me ask you, both stages you pitted on lap 4. On stage 1, you did 2 tiles, and it looked like it looked like an absolute train wreck. And then the second stage, you did pitted on the 4th lap, and you did 4 tires, and that also looked like an absolute train wreck. Would you have done, or would you have pitted later in the stage like Morcus and Godogs did, or was that a plan that you made from the get-go?
I made a plan from the get-go to pit earlier because I thought that would help me in track position to be up there near the lead, but obviously it didn't. It backfired on me, and it just didn't go where I wanted it to go. And it just went downhill from there.
And then in stage 3, I mean, you got as forward down as 10th. And then that stage, the first handful of laps, it was like Rocky in those movies. You were doing all you can. You got up as high as 6, and then like you said, Titty Ping in the 3.
No, that was Greg Tyrus in 3.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. You had some issues with him, and yeah.
Could have maybe qualifying a lot higher up would have helped solve some of these problems.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I qualified 11th. I thought the preset I chose was good. I practiced it during the week. It was good. Like, I was running very fast, obviously, and just don't know why. The car kept going to the right, actually, near the end. I don't know if y'all were watching that. I just kept going to the right. I don't know what I was doing.
What preset did you use?
I ended up using the 3, and I had a little bit of a setup that I looked on YouTube for a preset, and I thought it was gonna be good, but I guess it just didn't pan out tonight.
Yep. Hopefully, next season, you find a way to get back in this position and capitalize on it.
Yeah, hopefully I can end up getting the damn win. You know, it's been, like I said, 2 years, man. That's where my downfall is. It's been.
Well, if you keep putting you in the right situations like you have been, I know that win will come very soon, big fella. I believe in you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, thank you all. Thank you all for the broadcast, and I want to give a shout out to Jaden for the championship win. What an incredible ride that kid done. Nothing wrong with getting beat. Hendrick, power to the end, man. I love those guys. All the guys are incredible, and hopefully next season goes better. Hopefully I get back to victory lane.
All right, good luck, man.
Thank you.
All right, how about that, boys?
Another exciting championship run.
That was exciting. The perfect strategy, get the perfect prize.
Okay, first time going for the championship, got it done. We'll see what he does next, coming up next season. Who knows if he's gonna? We don't know if he's going up to A or B. We don't know that yet. But I think he'll be fine wherever he goes. Anything else you guys want to add?
Great race tonight.
Yep.
Great season.
Just want to thank all the people that came out to support us. Hope that was a fantastic show.
Yep, thank you everyone in the chat. Talked.
And we love you all.
Sure. I wouldn't go that far.
Except Unti.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. And Luke. Sorry. Did I say that out loud? My bad.
Maybe Mayo, too.
What happened again? But it's been a pleasure broadcasting for I think this is maybe the 4th or 5th time we've done it. But it's been a blast every time.
Auburn Bengals.
I know this is your first time, Randy, Dad, the first time. It's been a pleasure. You're all sharp. It's been a pleasure. Hope you're doing well, being quiet. And big shout out to Tebow for letting us do this thing. Been having it run for a while now. We're still going. Cold season's in. Let's see. Who knows how long we're going to keep going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Great championship by Jaden.
Yep.
Here with Sharp, Major. Randy,
And-
probably you're dead.
And
Good night, folks.
also a reminder, the A championship race is next Monday, not this Thursday. It is A. There will be a broadcast of some of the B drivers broadcasting us A drivers, and hopefully put on a show.
Yeah, we'll put on a show, all right. I'll be in dead last doing some donuts and stuff. You know how it is.
It's always a show if Major's wrecking the field.
That's a good point.
All right, y'all. It's been a blast having everyone in here, and good night and congrats to Jane on the championship.
Good night.